Today on Talk and Throttle, we are reviewing
the BMW F900R. We just want to give a big shout out to BMW Motorrad Montana for lending this bike for us today. If you want really exceptional service, please go to them, tell them what you want and let them hook you up with the best ride of your life.
On the front wheels, we've got twin disc brakes, 320 mils. We've got a 4-piston caliper, Brembo. At the back, we have a single disc, 265 mils. We've got a single piston Brembo brake and both wheels are 17 inches. Engine wise, we've got a 895cc, a 2-cylinder 4-stroke motor, currently powering the 900GS and the 900XR. Kicking out 77 kilowatt, which is 105 horsepower, 92 newton meters of torque. Top speed is going to be over 200 according to BMW. Tank is a 13-litre tank and fuel consumption is a claimed 4.1 per 100 kilometers. Suspension wise, at the back we've got an aluminium twin-sided swing arm with a central ZF shock absorber, which preload and dampening can be adjusted electronically. In the front we've got upside down telescopic forks, 43 millimeters in diameter. The preload can be adjusted at the top. Seat height is 760 centimeters all the way up to 865, so it's going to be able to accommodate your shorter riders as well as your taller riders. I'm 178, and if I pull a leg over, currently on a flat foot, so yeah, for me, perfect.
Let's talk style. The F900R is more than a motorcycle. It is a rolling fashion statement. It portrays images of dynamic muscular aesthetic while staying true to BMW Motorrad's premium feel. The front end of the bike looks aggressive with the sharp angles and LED headlights that looks like it's more than capable to cut through tough traffic jams. Bodywork takes a minimalistic and aggressive stance. If you look at the side panels, it has aggressive cuts and folds. The minimalistic bodywork exposes the frame and the engine to contribute to its visual identity, as with all naked bikes. The tail end is sweet and compact. The sleek design makes it look like other bikes have panniers full of regrets. There is a pillion seat, but we can see that it is clearly secondary to the solo rider experience. They clearly and precisely created eye candy. There's 3 colors available: your racing red, triple black and metallic blue. This bike strikes a good balance between sporty and comfortable, as the riding position is slightly leaning forward. And as standard with all BMW motorcycles, they only used premium materials to build this bad boy. And then lastly, it also comes standard, the TFT display.
Brakes are good, like a flat foot. Ride height isn't too high. Let's say this would suit a lot of shorter riders. It's got enough pull. It's definitely not slow. It's not 1000 RR fast, but it's got enough to keep you entertained. and for it to be an enjoyable ride, the power is very linear. Revs up to 9,500 RPMs, and it's very nimble. It does feel like you can flick it into a corner without any effort. Perfect for city commuting, having that extra power, but also keeping it very maneuverable between traffic. The positive of this ride for me is really how confidence inspiring it is in the corners. It really feels like, you know, it wants you to take the corner. I've driven a GE310R on the track, and this does feel as small and as nimble in the corners, just with some extra power to get out of it, which I say is a very big positive. The way it just reacts on your body movements is sublime. The suspension isn't too soft, but it isn't too hard either. You can obviously put it in dynamic, which will even stiffen it up even more. But yeah, there is enough on tap. Like even if you're in fifth and you pull it, there is. It's not breakneck speed, but it's still fun speed, if I can say like that. The brakes are sharp, quite good. Comfort, position, you are a little bit forward, so you're a little bit in a more aggressive, sporty position. Well, that's what BMW wanted to do with this models, but it isn't that uncomfortable. Your knees isn't feeling like it's going past your ears. You don't have too much, it's not too much you know, strain on your arms leaning forward. It's a good balance. It's we're basically in that position where you're at the pub holding your beer, sitting on the bench. Too far backwards isn't nice, and too, you know, laying on your arms is also not that nice. It's the perfect position, pub sitting position, if I can put it like that. Let's go. Again, the maneuverability. The quick shifter, I wouldn't say it's on this engine and gearbox it works as well as with the 1300 or the 1000RR, but it's not bad. It's just not as good. Maybe it's just this one I'm riding, but it's really not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just you feel the shift is a little bit more strenuous on the actual shift on your foot, not the bike jerking on anything. You just feel it feels like there's a little bit more resistance coming from the shift when you're using the quick shifter. The gearbox, again, it's solid. I won't say it's smooth like the shift itself. The engine, the bike isn't jerking as you're shifting and so on. So that's not, but the feeling on your foot while you're moving it, it's a solid feeling. It doesn't give you a smooth buttery feeling, if I can put it in that way. But it is a very enjoyable bike. I think this bike may be the perfect bike for those guys that are, you know, they want to start biking. They're looking at a 400cc or a 300cc motorcycle, But at the end of the day, you know they're going to change bikes in the next 6 months once they get used to that 300 cc's. This has got enough to keep you satisfied for a while, and you know, maybe not lose a bunch of money on your first bike once you start upgrading bikes. I think this is maybe, if I know what I know now, I would rather maybe start on something like this, and you know, then from there go bigger, because it's just as nippy. It doesn't feel any heavier than the 310. I actually feel the seat height on this specific one I'm driving now is a little bit lower than the 310, or never mind the GS version. So yeah, and it does have enough power to get you out of nonsense. It's out of trouble, but not enough to get you into too deep trouble, if I can put it like that. Yes, it can go 200, but it's not like you're twisting a wrist and you're breaking the speed limit in any given gear. So yes, you can again, but it's a sensible, striking looking motorcycle. In summary, this bike is 230,000 Rand. I think it's a lot of bike for what you get. You've got a quick shifter, you've got electronic dampening at the back, and preload. I do think it's a nice bike.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I love the colors that they chose for this bike, especially the racing red. I really like that color scheme, and it's almost like this bike is demanding that you look at it without being over the top. Okay.
Two things you like about it.
It's nippy, like it doesn't feel like a big bike in comparison with the GS, and the second thing that I really like about this bike is the fact that my feet are flat on the floor. Once you come to a standstill, it just gives you a lot more confidence, you know, and you're comfortable before you take off into the sunset.
Okay, I like that it's nippy. As you said, it really feels like you can push it in a corner. It flips around so easy. It's great around the corner. And then the second thing I like is the linear power. It does feel from rev 2000 to 9000. There's no dip really in between. I think for the medium naked bike segment, this is a good option. It's the second most sold bike by BMW in Germany after the 1300GS. In South Africa, we don't see a lot of them on the road, but in Europe, it's selling quite good, and I can see why.
If you like this type of content, please head over to our channel. Please go and subscribe, like this video, comment on this video. Let's engage and see how we can grow this channel together.